Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike. It is Thursday, the 30th of April, the last day of the month. This is your daily recap. I talked to you this morning that I was a little worried about the market early on today, that we had came into this market hot today. What I mean by that, and let's just go into it. The SPY came in extended and hot. We talked about this but this morning we were well off the 8-day here. You can see the 8 days now moved all the way up here, right? The 8 days moved up to 285.58. We were trading up here into this 294 zone. We were a good 9-10 bucks off of the 8 day at one point. And the oscillator was screaming this morning at plus 317, 316 area. These were signs that this market just needed to chill out. So what did we do today? We gapped down and we've not even hit the 8 day. So a lot of people are nervous, but it's not a lot to be nervous about here yet. The market's just not sure what it wants to do. And you look here on the chart today, the big difference was today that we saw was one is on the jobless claims numbers where they bought it up every time today, they sold us off. And two, we've just been weakened down here all day long, a little pop here with no real power in this market. And there's not really any selling pressure, guys. There's just no buying coming into this market. A lot of sellers here, 85 million shares traded today. The one thing that changed notably today, for the first time, we saw the big return of the put buyers on the ETFs. By the way, there's Apple finally going. I've been watching this thing for an hour plus. It couldn't push. Now it's pushing here late. And, just the market just didn't know what it wanted to do. So what was there to do today? The best flow of the day was hands down into the Smile Direct Club. That got a break above 733, and it pushed here on good volume back up today. Micron caught buying onto the May 53 calls, big size there, a little far out of the money, so we'll see. We'll check open interest. And they just hit AMD for some of the 60 calls here as well. So, but the semis have been out of play. You can see AMD now working its way off of here. It took out yesterday's low and the low of yesterday pre. Not acting well, looks weak. Again, I like it off the 50-day if it gets down to that 48 area, but I'm not looking screaming for it here. Bottom line is names that reported and had great earnings have been sold all day. You look at Microsoft here today, it's been just completely out of play. Had that nice move up, made money on a pre-market, it came all the way down, and now it's just trending here. Microsoft tends to do this. Facebook sold off all day off the lows here. Tesla filled its gap. Tesla, they absolutely just not only filled its gap, took it lower and just beat the hell out of this thing today, saying they didn't like that report, they don't want it. And we just saw a lot of stuff like this today. McDonald's was very honest. They're coming back here slowly, but they're saying it's going to take, they set the bar low for the next couple quarters. Kraft Heinz, name I was watching for squeeze play this morning, couldn't go. And that was it. And what did I do today? I traded Twitter pre-market, made nice money on Twitter pre-market, but then guys going through the report realized that their ad rates are dropping off badly. And you can see here breaking below the 50-day now and just breaking lower. And here's your 21-day. We'll see if it holds. I traded Square for a scratch today. No power today. Couldn't break out. Came right into this line I drew pre-market. Stopped dead on it. Couldn't break above it. Just not ready to go. We'll keep an eye on this going forward, though. You have Visa coming in tonight. And I traded Google for a tiny gain on 5 options because I tried to sell them at a double. It didn't fill, and then I chased it down. And Google, after the great earnings, nothing wrong here, just not going anywhere. So tonight, all eyes are going to be on Apple at 4:30. If Apple's good, the markets will rip higher. If Apple's bad, we could get some weakness. Same thing, Amazon reporting tonight. These are 2 very big names. You can see Amazon all the way back up to blue skies. By the way, the implied move on Amazon is 130 bucks. So, not a lot to see here today. Today's one of those days, not a lot to do. Boeing today had a nice move again. It looked like a short early, then screamed. So Boeing basically decided they're not going to take the government up on their offer. They are going to sell bonds, and they've been doing that all day, and they've sold almost $25 billion worth of bonds. So we'll see how this kind of goes here today. Not great action today, and I found the best thing to do was not to do a lot today, and we'll see where we go tomorrow. Everybody have a great night. Subscriber webinar coming up. Catch you guys tomorrow morning if you're not going to be there.